Hello and welcome to this quick tip. This quick tip is to answer this question from this chap here who was asking about how do you set the hover throttle value for something like your quadcopter running Betaflight or INAV. Now this is something you need to worry about if you're running something like Arducopter on your quad, because Arducopter figures this out, and I've shown that in those series. However, with INAV, it's important to set the hover throttle, so when you enable one of the GPS modes like the loiter or the return to home, it doesn't immediately shoot up into the air or drop to the floor, but also Betaflight needs it as well for the GPS rescue mode. So knowing that value is really important. So let me very quickly jump to the bench and I'll show you how to set that up. All you need to be able to do is to be able to hover the throttle briefly and spot what that throttle value looks like, and then plug everything back into Configurator. So the first thing to do as part of this little sequence is to hover the quad and get an idea of where the stick needs to be on your radio for that hover to work. My recommendation is when you're doing this, don't do it with a brand new, fresh, fully charged battery, because invariably when you try this at the field, that's not when you're going to need the hover settings and the return to home stuff to work perfectly. I would go with a battery that's about 50% charge, get it somewhere where it's nice and quiet, get it into the hover, and on the screen of your radio, have it so you can see the value of the throttle channel. And when it's hovering nicely with that semi-depleted battery, I would just make a note of what that number is on the screen. Now, the cool thing with OpenEdge is that you can actually set up a special function to take a screenshot of what the screen looks like, and I would normally set that up for a momentary switch. So if I don't want to take my eyes off the quad, I'll get it into the hover and then just flick that switch briefly, and that will then save an image to the SD card that I can look at on my computer afterwards. But usually the way it works is that once it's in the hover, I'll just look down and just make a note of what the number is for that hover position. And it's typically going to be very close to the model right now. It'll typically be about a third throttle, quarter throttle-ish if it's a powerful quad.
Telemetry lost, telemetry recovered.
So what we need to do is just make a note of what that number is. Mine is -26, and land,
Telemetry
disarm.
Lost, telemetry recovered.
And then let me just put the radio to the side so it stops making that noise while we're doing this. Then on the computer, what you need to do is you need to come back, connect your quad to INAV, and then the thing that we're going to need to change in INAV, and again, there is this kind of hover throttle in Betaflight as well, this is the number that we need to change. How do we find that number out? Well, the cool thing is what we can do is just go into the receiver. The receiver is powered by the USB cable. What I can do is I can move the throttle back to that same number. -26 was where it was as the hover. So about there, and then on the screen, I can just read it off. So the hover throttle needs to be 1363. So in advanced tuning, I would type where it says hover throttle 1363, and that's how you set it. It isn't particularly tricky, and once you've done it once or twice, it's one of those things that becomes pretty second nature. Thank you for watching my video. Check out the playlist, and adding Painless 360 to your search terms will help you find my content. If you haven't done so already, please hit the like and subscribe button. It helps a lot. You can support the time I spend here answering questions and helping others by using the links in the video description.